mind matters. And meditation and mindfulness are proven by countless research to improve your state of mind and contribute to a healthy mind and a sense of well-being. Among the proven benefits of meditation are reduction in stress and anxiety, a sense of peace and calm, more productivity, better emotional control, and many other benefits which you are well encouraged to Google. However, you might say that meditation is not the only thing that helps us improve our state of mind. Many activities, hobbies, passions also do that for us. Some people like physical activity, like running. Some people like extreme sports, like paragliding and skydiving. Some people sing in a choir. Others may practice martial arts or other types of arts like painting. All these activities also contribute to our well-being, also reduce stress and anxiety, also give us focus and makes us happy. However, there is one crucial difference that needs to be kept in mind. All of these activities are dependent on external conditions. If running is your thing, then you need to be able to go outside and run, which is not something you can take for granted these days at all. You need to have good physical conditions, two working legs in order for you to run. Knees have to be in good shape, etc. If your thing is to sing in a choir, then you need other people, a choir, etc. All of these things depend on external conditions requiring all kinds of things that you may not have all the time. In contrast, meditation requires none of those things. Your ability to meditate and the skills that you get when you learn to meditate are yours in the most intimate sense of the word. They cannot be taken away from you by no one in no circumstance. You can meditate and enjoy the benefits of meditation, being rich or poor, healthy or sick. As long as you are conscious and aware, you can meditate. And especially in these times with so many of the activities that we have come to like so much are not available to us. Surely we can realize the value of learning how to meditate. For this reason, I prepared this small introduction. There are 4 different sessions. The first session, this one, we will discuss posture and breathing. In the second session, we will learn different ways to observe the breath. In the third session, we will discuss meditations regarding observation of mind and thoughts, and how the meditative practice helps us increase our focus and attention span, avoid being distracted, create a sense of peace and joy, and helps us reach a state of flow where things are done in a much more efficient way. And finally, in the fourth session, we will learn about mindfulness, the practice of meditation in motion, taking the meditative mindset and applying it during daily activities. So, let's start. The first thing is posture. How do we sit when we meditate? Where do we sit? You can sit on the floor in a cross-legged position or on a chair as I'm doing right now. Makes no difference. as long as you sit comfortably. You should be erect and alert in your posture. Try to keep your back as erect as possible. The most important thing about your meditation posture is that it needs to be alert, an alert posture. Since we meditate with our eyes closed, the correct posture is a posture where nobody will mistake us as sleeping. Even though your eyes may be closed, it is clear that you are alert and aware. So this is a good meditation pose, while this is not. What you do with your hand and feet and legs are not important, as long as it's comfortable and natural. The most important thing is whatever position you're using, be alert and wakeful. Positions that tends to encourage sleep and drowsiness are not recommended. Far more important than posture is breathing. When we meditate, we have to breathe in a particular way, as I shall now explain. We begin with an exercise. Kindly put two hands, one on your upper chest and one on your abdomen. Closing your eyes, take 3 deep breaths. Let's do that. And keep special attention on the position of your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, some of you will have noticed the following, that as you take deep breaths, the head on your chest stays unmoving, while only your abdomen goes up and down. However, many of you will no doubt notice that the opposite has occurred. The head on your belly stays put, unmoving, while it is your chest that goes up and down. Breathing when your chest is going up and down and your belly in the same place is called shallow breathing. Breathing where your chest is fixed while only your belly goes up and down is called deep abdominal breathing. When we meditate, we use deep abdominal breathing. That is very important. Before we go to the techniques on how to breathe in this way, let's discuss a few points regarding how we breathe. So obviously there are 2 modes of breathing, taking deep abdominal breath and taking shallow breath. When we take shallow breath, we are only using a part of the capacity of the lungs, actually 1/3. When we take deep abdominal breath, the full capacity of the lungs is used in order to absorb oxygen. As we breathe abdominally, we absorb more oxygen with each breath. Even more than that, as we breathe in and out, if we only breathe from our chest, we do not circulate the air properly in our system. Air will come in, the oxygen will be absorbed by the body and CO2 will enrich the air that has to go out. If we do not fully deflate our lungs, some stale CO2 rich air is going to remain in our abdomen, while only the air in the upper chest is circulated. That is not healthy. Further than that, deep abdominal breathing is the way we naturally breathe when we are relaxed. Breathing from the chest is the way we naturally breathe when we are anxious, fearful or stressed. For example, if we observe infants, we will see that they naturally breathe from their bellies, taking deep abdominal breath. But when they are stressed, anxious, then suddenly they start to breathe from their upper chest. That is nature's way of arranging our breathing. And when we meditate, we want to be in a relaxed state. In many ways, meditation is nothing but the combination of relaxation and awareness. We are relaxed, but unlike sleep, we are in the same time aware. Therefore, the first step is to learn how to breathe deep abdominal breaths, which is what we are going to do right now. Before we go to the exercise, I would like to stress that these subjects of breathing has been extensively researched. And if you Google, including exercises for abdominal breathing, you will see many YouTube videos and scientific articles discussing the advantages of abdominal breathing and how to achieve it. People who practice yoga, Pilates, certain sports and activities are already used to this type of breathing. But if you find it difficult to take deep abdominal breath, then you need an exercise. The exercise is very simple and is best performed lying down. But at the moment I will perform it sitting. We place two hands, as we are familiar with, and taking deep, relaxed, measured breath. By controlling the positions of our hand, we try to make sure that the hands of in our chest is stationary and our chest is not moving at all, while only our abdomen is moving up and down. As we exhale with our hand by putting in slight pressure. And as we inhale, we let the hand guide the belly forwards. The full effect looks as follows, and I will rotate a little bit for it to be seen. And from the front, notice that the hand on my chest and my shoulders are completely stationary. You should practice this laying down until you reach a position where you are fully able to go into that mode of deep abdominal breathing. If you find it difficult, then that is your meditation. The first step of meditation is breathing properly, and learning how to breathe abdominally is meditation, because you are sitting there aware of your breath, being fully aware of how you breathe. Awareness of breath is the most basic form of meditation. So step number 1, learn how to breathe abdominally. And practice that until you are fully able to do it easily and effortlessly. After that stage, you can proceed to the next stage, different ways of observing the breath. Only in this case, it is taken for granted that the breath is a deep abdominal breath. So the first stage, we learn how to breathe properly. It's also good to mention different reasons why people develop shallow breathing as their default mode of breathing. According to Wikipedia, the reasons are as follows. Imitating others. As we grow up, we notice how other people are breathing and we imitate them. Stress, anxiety and fear. We live a stressful life, and when we experience stress, automatically our body will start to take shallow breath. The beauty ideal requiring us to have flat stomachs and tuck the belly in is a very important factor in people trying and succeeding in adopting a way of breathing in which your belly is always tucked in. Be that as it may, health professionals are adamant that the more healthy way of breathing is to take deep abdominal breath. And while we meditate, that is what we do. So I hope you take the time to observe your breath and see how you are breathing. Some of you may have noticed for the very first time that there are different ways of breathing. If so, then that is your first insight from the practice of meditation. Practicing meditation will give you many more insights in the future. In the next session, we will take it one step further. After learning how to breathe and take deep abdominal breath, we will discuss and explain how to make this awareness of breath. So, I hope you take the time to practice, and with your deep, relaxed abdominal breathing, I will meet you in the next video. Thank you very much.